Hey guys, how you doing? Alright, this video is jokes. Like, I've just re-watched it. Oh, my days. So I made this video probably like a year, no, two years ago. It was on my old channel. Obviously that was accidentally deleted, which is gutting. So I want to repost it. I'm reposting it right now. You're about to watch it. If you're wondering, like, I've slimmed down, I've lost a few pounds, I've sorted out my barnet. Wait, don't go there. But enjoy the video. It's too good. Like, I'm lolling at myself. Like, there's tears. There's actual tears. This video is just jokes. I hope you enjoy it. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it around, because you know we like that. In a bit. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another vlog. We are going to be looking at funny things that able-bodied people often say to wheelchair users, and situations that wheelchair users also often find themselves in. Now, I've lived my entire life as a person with a disability, so I've had comments like these thrown at me a lot over the years. But anyway, let's get into the video. So the first thing on my list is when you're either going out to a restaurant or you're inquiring about a hotel and you ask about that accessibility, and they say, oh yeah, no, we're accessible. There's just one little step inside. Or they'll say, oh yeah, the toilet's downstairs. It's not really accessible then, is it? Not accessible. Number 2 on the list, and this is something that wheelchair users get all the time. I mean, I could probably be a millionaire. The amount of times that people say this to me. And it is the classic, have you got a license for that? Do you need a license? And just to clarify, you don't need a license, or at least I haven't got one. If there's anyone else out there who can say that they've got a license, then let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I've never heard of needing to have a license for a wheelchair. Number 3, what is the speed limit on that thing? What is the speed limit on that thing? Well, I use a manual wheelchair, so it will go as fast as I can push, which isn't that fast. I think I've managed to get up to like 10 miles per hour. I was chasing after a friend's car. But yeah, number 4 on the list is don't run me over. Now this one is funny, but it does frustrate me when people say it. And also when I'm just rolling down the street or I'm in town and people just like dodge out the way as if I'm going to run them over. And that's obviously not the case. I'm not going to run anyone over, not purposely anyway. I hope that people don't assume that wheelchair users don't know how to drive. I'd quite like to imagine that I could just roll down the street like everyone else walks down the street, and not have people darting out of my way in fear that I might squish them. Next up on the list is an absolute classic. I hear people talking about this all the time, and it is that wonderful quote, "You are an inspiration." Now, if you're saying that, for example, if you're saying that I'm an inspiration because I've done something incredible, like my achievements in sport, then thank you. I appreciate that you find it inspiring, and I hope that it encourages other people to get involved in sport. But if I'm on the train heading to London to go see some friends, that isn't inspiring. And a lot of the time, I often get this when I'm using public transport, so whether I'm on the bus, like I say, on the train, wherever there are lots of people, and you have that possibility, that potential to start up a conversation, I always get that, like, oh, well done you. At the end of the day, I'm on the bus on the way to Nando's, or, you know, what I'm doing isn't just being out and about isn't inspiring. Or if it is, then I'm not the only inspiring person around. Everyone on the bus is inspiring. Everyone on the train is inspiring. Everyone on the plane is inspiring. Everyone at the bar is inspiring. I'm not the only one. Disabled people aren't the only ones. So, yeah. Next up, this is quite a funny situation. I always find it funny, and I always make a joke out of it. It's whenever you've got maybe a hospital appointment or any kind of appointment where you have to go to a front desk and they'll go tell you to take a seat. I will always just go back, oh, I brought my own. Half the time they don't really know how to react to that. The other half, they do laugh. So it's all good, it's all giggles. Next up on the list is another classic. It's not a bad question, but again, like over the years, I've thought of so many different ways that I could possibly answer this. And people are very interested. You know, when they see someone in a wheelchair, they want to know. They want to know why. So they'll often come out with things like, "What happened?" As if something did happen, like some major event. And there are so many things running through my mind that I could answer with. Yeah, I'm an honest person, so I just tell them how it is. I was born with this disability, but I always find that one such a funny question with lots of possibilities in terms of my response. I used to know a guy who had a problem with his leg, and he had a really big scar on his leg. He would always tell people that he was bit by a shark. I like that. That's a cool story. Does anyone else out there have a creative story or a creative answer that they use when people ask them what happened? If you do, then let me know. Maybe we could make a vlog about creative stories that people answer when they're asked about their disability. Last but not least, and again, I think it's just my humour that I can just laugh at these sort of things, but whenever you're having a conversation with someone who doesn't personally know you, they're always surprised when you tell them that you can either work, drive, or have a relationship. And when you tell them that you are able to do these things, they always come out with such a answer which sounds so surprising, like they're in shock, like, oh my goodness, disabled people can drive. I mean, I have to hope that they don't run over me on the pavement. Now they're in cars? What? So yeah, that is it for today, guys. That is my list of funny things and situations that disabled people have either heard or been in. If you liked today's video, then please hit the like button. If you are not subscribed already, then please do subscribe. It does mean an awful lot, and I really appreciate everyone's interaction with my vlogs and everyone's engagement. So until next time, adios.